Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got another one of these Super Strike EZA characters here. Today we're going to take a look at this AGL Super Strike EZA Paikuhan. Now, I don't really know. I certainly think that they probably didn't give Paikuhan enough here to be mega effective in a lot of content. He is a support unit. He does have some debuffs he could apply. You know, he lowers attack. He does have a stun in there as well. It's only going to be one of those one-turn stuns, you know. So, again, it's like, this guy screams like a super Battle Road character. This version of Paikuhan, this is from the anime filler arc, right? So, Paikuhan has a couple of short fights against Angel Cell and Angel Frieza, Angel King Cold, and the Angel Ginyu Force, right? Then, of course, he fights, like, Olibu in the Otherworld Warrior Tournament, and then eventually, Goku. And this Paikuhan is sort of from that arc, not from the Gogeta and Janemba movie. So this Paikuhan is not on Movie Heroes. At the moment, this Paikuhan does not have a 200% lead team that he is on. And I don't even mean, like, he has a 200% leader skill, right? Because he doesn't. But he's not even on a 200% leaders team yet, right? He is very shortly going to be on the Dokkan Fest Bardock, because that Bardock leads storied figures. Paikuhan's categories here are Worthy Rival, Otherworld Warriors, Savior, Battle of Wits, and Storied Figures. Those are his categories. Again, Dokkan Fest Bardock does lead Storied Figures 170%, but that's, Bardock does not release for several days still, so it's like at the moment, and I mean, you know, if you're on global, Bardock's probably not coming out till like March or something like that. So it's like this Paikuhan just doesn't have like an actual team to run on, because these days, the true tough content, of course, Red Zone, Cell Max level stages, you need to be in there running 200% leads, right? It's like you're going to have to get very cute or need good luck or need a lot of items if you're going to be using some of these other teams that are not led by the 200% leaders, right? So that is definitely a bit of a weird quirk for Paikuhan here. Let's go ahead and give the boy a sticker, and we'll go ahead and hop in. I guess we'll use him on STR Vegito's Battle of Wits team, I guess. Again, there's not really too much. I don't think this Paikuhan's going to be super great anyway, but we'll give a glance at him, see how solid he is. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our boy Paikuhan is doing here. So at the start of turn, we're at 133k defense. Now, you guys don't need you guys don't need for me to tell y'all that that's just not good enough, right? Like, we all know this. We're well aware of this, right? That stats like that just does not cut it. Him being free to play is not really an excuse either, because I feel like the Android 17 and Android 8 unit is just like a free to play EZA, right? Easier to grind even than this Paikuhan, and that unit is really solid, even runnable in very tough red zone, like Wicked Bloodline stages and stuff like that. So, just, I see that 133, that's just not good enough. He gets 140% attack and even start a turn. He does build up. He gets 20% attack and defense with each attack performed. So we do want to do a lot of attacks with him. He gets up to 60% extra. He does give all allies 20% attack and defense, which is fine. I do like that. Then he gives all allies 1 key, 10% attack and defense in addition, if all allies in the rotation are superclass and HP is 80% or more, which we have both of those up. That's so stupid. This is a free-to-play character, and they're like, yeah, he gets to give a key as long as it's a full superclass team and HP is about 80%. Like, that's just ridiculous, right? And then he also has a 50% chance to crit. Well, what is this? This 50% chance to crit, this is just, I believe this is when HP is up above 80% right there. Okay, sure. I mean, that's, damn. So that's why they gave, okay, that Dokkan really highly values crit chance like that. If this character seems underwhelming to you, that is likely the culprit. Is Paikuhan just getting a 50% chance to crit? But it's like, he could do that if the whole rotation is superclass and his HP is 80% or more, and then that 50% chance to crit is in addition to the 1 key 10% attack and defense, right? It's written weird, but I believe that's the way it operates. I'm not a fan. And, like, you know, free-to-play characters, I mean, you guys have heard this a million times. Like, these guys aren't there to do damage, right? Like, this guy, you know, it would have been great. Like, rather than... Dude, how good would this have been? I mean, it would still be heavily restrictive, but rather than high chance to crit, if HP is above 80%, what if he had a Scouter or something like that? That's different, right? It's not like every unit doesn't need to be doing guaranteed crits to be good and huge damage, but every unit doesn't need to be Tech Ultimate Gohan to be good either. They could do other things. Scouter, I feel like, would be nice. That would be a great way to maybe make this guy, like, if he had a Scouter, like, you could definitely talk yourself into, like, all right, you know, we get lucky, right? Like, maybe, I don't know, on some team, LR Metal Cooler revives a turn before, and then we got a Scouter or something like that, right? I don't know, it's something like that, right? Like, that, I think, would have been a lot better. And then if there's an extreme class enemy, he lowers enemy attack and events by 20% and has a 50% chance to stun. Yeah, he doesn't seem that good. What is his link set? So he has we'll put him aside one. He has Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Bombardment, Shocking Speed, Super Strike, Soul versus Soul, and Shattering the Limit. Definitely looking a little bit underwhelming so far. Yeah, this guy, oof, brother, this guy does not look strong to me. Sure, let's see what attack stat Paikuhan gives us. Oh, 1.88, you say? Damn, boy. Calm down. Oh! The 50% chance to crit came through and the stun. Paikuhan does also lower enemy attack on a super attack effect. Actually, I would argue that Paikuhan's super attack effect is probably one of the most damning aspects of this character, right? Because he doesn't give himself defense right there. I mean, to be fair, this guy's seemingly pretty shit regardless. I don't know that it matters. He just seems like he's gonna be ass pretty much no matter what, right? But giving yourself at least... You know, this guy should really be stacking defense with how... Like, dude, his defense is so bad, I just, like, you're not going to run this guy. If you're running this guy, you're running him in Super Battle Road, where that all enemy 20% attack debuff can actually do something for you. So, like, you know, maybe in Battle of Wits Super Battle Road, which recently came out, you could take advantage of Paikuhan with the attack debuff. That's certainly something you could do, I guess. He's got the 50% chance to stun as well, you know, so he can at least protect himself, potentially, if you're floating him in one of these stages. But overall, I would just say this guy seems really bad. This is actually, not to be too harsh on Paikuhan here, but this guy's looking like one of the worst releases we've had in quite some time. I feel some of the Super Strike EZAs have value. Mecha Frieza can put up numbers. Android 16 can be pretty decent. Grandpa Gohan is a very strong support type unit and can guard, right? Like, some of these Super Strike... King Cold is a dominant Super Battle Road unit. Paikuhan is not going to be on King Cold's level. You guys know... If you watch any of my Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road showcases, you guys know. You take King Cold into Extreme Super Battle Road, and he will literally win fights. King Cold on a team of LR Final Form Cooler and Metal Cooler and all this shit, and King Cold can seal the win for you, right? Like, King Cold is good. And, like, we have, like, shit-con here. Like, I'm pretty bummed. 180k defense. Oh my god, dude, calm down. 180k? Shit. Is it 2018? Paikuhan? Woo! Boy! Wowee! I mean... We do have Cold Judgment we potentially could activate, but, I mean, guess what? Cold Judgment is not going to save this. Oh my god, Paikuhan. Wow. That's... Jeez, dude. He is not good. His best linking partner is that STR Trunks we have on the team. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. This Paikuhan actually seems really bad. Oh my god. Let's go into another event. Dude, I guess. Paikuhan does need to do 3 attacks to fully build up. Let's go do that. Wow, dude, Paikuhan, sad. This is sad. Alright, guys, not to be, a negative Nancy here, but, I mean, clearly, our boy Paikuhan is not really, great, I would say. I feel like, well, I'm gonna do this opening turn right here. Now, remember, our boy, sure, we can just call him Dokkan. Dokkan here. He does have to do 3 attacks to be fully built up. I just like to see what he's capable of doing, but, I mean, you could see these numbers that we're seeing from Paikuhan are unrunnable in today any stages, even extreme Super Battle Road stages, right? It's like you could try this Paikuhan if you're going to take advantage of his attack debuffing and potentially his stun, but it's like a character with these stats these days has like 70% chance to dodge or something like that. Like, this is just like abysmal. It's really bad. We haven't seen him with Cold Judgment activated yet, but we will soon. Alright, so let's do this turn right here. But, this is kind of a bummer, man. You know, I must confess, I thought our boy Paikuhan was going to look a tad better than this. I mean, we got him with his big, you know, passive up. We have the other Paikuhan here. The reason I have the other Paikuhan is because this rotation I want to get, that Super Strike Trunks, he's going to be able to give... Okay, there's 2 attacks right there. Perfect. The other Trunks will be able to give bigger support if the full rotation is Savior. Both Paikuhans, of course, are on Savior. So, alright. Let me skip ahead until this turn. Again, not to be too negative here, but, oof. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can get on this rotation from Paikuhan. Paikuhan's essentially best friend is going to be this Trunks, right? Remember that this Trunks does give support as well, right? I believe that the exact number this Trunks is giving, I think it's 40% on this turn, right? So Trunks, he gives all allies 1 key and 20% attack and defense. And then he gives all allies 10% attack and defense if all allies in the same turn are Savior category characters, which they are. So all 3 characters right here are these types of units. You know what's funny is this Trunks actually does have a high chance of having a Scouter if there's an extreme class enemy and the whole rotation is Savior. I'm going to assume the Scouter did not proc right here. So, alright, what does Paikuhan up to? 290k defense. Dude, that's it. Right? I guess we could see it a bit higher if I do this. Let's have this Paikuhan go first. We'll proc his support. So we're up to 319. But that's it. Dude, that's it. He doesn't get defense on super attack at all. He has no dodge, nothing. This 300 with nothing is unrunnable. You know, nothing. That's it. That's his defensive ability. Completely worthless, I think. Characters that are doing that is just literally no reason to run them. So, alright, we have Cold Judgment, Shattering Limit, Soul versus Soul, and... Wait a minute, wait. This Trunks doesn't have Bombardment? Is that what that is? Bombardment is one of these, like, Super Strike character links, but Trunks actually doesn't have it. That's actually interesting to note. Bombardment, I believe, is this one right here. Yeah, look at this. All of the other Super Strike EZA characters have it, actually, except for that Trunks. That Trunks is the only one of the new Super Strike EZAs that did not get that. That's a little weird. Sure. Okay. Whatever. Alright. Enough stalling. Let's see what Dokkan can do. Alright, man. Show us your 4 million attack stat. Why is he so bad? What am I missing? 4.14. Am I drunk or something? Like, he has a 300k defensive stat and a 4 million attack stat. Wow. Okay. There's Paikuhan, man. I mean, I guess he is giving a little bit of support, but it's like, you know, as long as you're above 80% HP. Wow, what a bummer. Holy. Alright, guys, this is Blazing Gale Paikuhan, or Paikuhan, I guess. Leader skills, AGL or STR types, key 3 and 70% of stats. It sucks, but, I mean, these characters' leader skills shouldn't be taken seriously anyway. His super attack is the Hyper Tornado, which does supreme damage to the enemy and then lowers enemy attack and defense. His passive skill, Sincere Efforts. 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 20% attack and defense with each attack performed up to a max of 60%. He gives all allies 20% attack and defense. Then he gives all allies 1 key and 10% attack and defense extra if all allies in that turn are superclass and HP is 80% or more. And then Paikuhan gets a 50% chance to crit for the turn, I believe, also if all allies are superclass and his HP is above 80% or more. Why the restriction for the support doesn't make any sense. He could just give 30% support and 1 key, and then they could save the above 80% part for the 50% chance to crit. I think just a guaranteed scouter in that slot would make this unit much better. Again, you're not... I don't like the idea of min-maxing every point of damage from, especially a character like this. Like, this guy just doing an extra 1 million attack stat does nothing for you. It changes nothing. You win or lose completely irrelevant to this character anyway, right? If that 50% chance to crit was a scouter, this guy could actually contribute very heavily. So, very, very unfortunate there. Then the last thing he does is, if there is an extreme class enemy, he debuffs all enemies' attack and defense by 20%. That is very strong. If that can work, if the enemy is not immune to being debuffed, that is good. And then he has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy. Remember, that would be a stun just for that one turn. So that last portion of his passive is strictly for Super Battle Road stages. But his stats are so low. No super attack effect raising defense these days, unless you're, you know, Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, where you have damage reduction from Rainbow Orbs and you're giving the entire rotation damage reduction support. Just like, unless there's like unusual stuff going on, a character not getting defense from the super attack effect is death for the character. It just does not work. It's like you need to be able to tank, right? And so you could say certain characters are good for certain situations, stuff like that. Which situation is this Paikuhan good for, right? Like, please tell me. Outside of Battle of Wits, Super Battle Road, right? Like, that's all I can identify. Like, some new player could use this guy for Battle with Super Battle Road, which is relatively recent. That's about the best I could do for you. So, really, Paikuhan, you know, I thought he would be okay based off of his info. It's like, all right, but, I mean, just with his, like, free-to-play stats and stuff like that, he's just trash. His links are Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Bombardment, Shocking Speed, Super Strike, Soul versus Soul, and Shattering the Limit. Kind of a weird link set. The Super Strike characters have weird link sets oftentimes. His 12 key multiplier is 140%, typical. And then here we do have a number of categories he's on. At the exact moment I'm recording this, none of these categories are in a 200% leader skill right now. Now remember, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that Paikuhan is not getting a direct, like, you know, the 200%. I'm saying he's not even on one of the two categories that one of these 200% leaders is running anyway, right? Which is very unfortunate. Dokkan Fest Bardock comes out in a few days, right? And then Paikuhan will be on that storied figure team, but, I mean, ugh. Alright, so here we are in the Worthy Rival category team, sure. Worthy Rival does get the 200% on Gamma 1 and 2's team, but remember, Paikuhan is not a movie hero character. This is from the anime filler arc, right? Then, of course, Paikuhan is also on the Otherworld Warrior category as well. Then he is down here on the Saviors category also. Then he is also over here on the Battle of Wits team. And then finally down here, this, of course, is Storied Figures. So, let me know what you guys think of this EZA Super Strike Paikuhan. Yeah, he's pretty bad. He's pretty horrible, I would say. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.